Hello friends, and welcome back to the channel. It's your buddy here, ready to break down the week ahead from the 9th of February to the 15th of February 2026. And let me tell you, this is a very interesting week shaping up across New Zealand. We're sitting in that late summer sweet spot where the fish are active, but the conditions are about to get a little bit tricky. Are the fish going to shut down, or will it trigger a massive bite? By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to play it. This week is all about timing, my friends. Getting it right will be the difference between a glorious day and an empty fish bin. First up, let's talk about our prime targets. For you saltwater dogs, it's all about the snapper and the mighty kingfish. The snapper are pushing into the harbours and estuaries right now, feeding hard. My advice is to look for them over those sandy or muddy bottoms, especially near weed beds or reefy structures that hold bait. The key is the tide. Focus your efforts on the incoming tide, especially during those golden hours of dawn and dusk. You don't need to get too fancy. A simple ledger rig with a nice short trace and some fresh cut bait like pilchard or squid will do the business. Now, if you're after a real arm stretcher, the kingfish are absolutely on fire. They are hunting around the prominent rocky headlands and points, just waiting to smash baitfish. Live baits are king here, but don't discount a well-worked stick bait or popper, especially early in the morning. The visual strikes are something you will never forget. For my freshwater mates, it is heaven on earth right now because it's peak trout season. The big buzz, literally, is the cicada. Make sure your fly box is stocked with a few big bushy cicada patterns because the big brown trout find them absolutely irresistible. The rivers are getting a bit low and clear, which means the trout are super spooky, so you'll need to be stealthy. Your prime time will be the first 2 hours and the last 2 hours of daylight. Avoid that midday sun. Look for the fish sitting in the faster, more oxygenated water right at the head of the pools. Now let's look at the why. Understanding the conditions is everything. This week's weather is a classic late summer pattern. We're starting with a nice, stable, high-pressure system, which should keep things settled for the first couple of days. Expect temperatures to be comfortable, with highs around 22 or 23 degrees Celsius. However, seeing signs of a change around midweek. A bit of a dip in the barometer, a wind shift and the chance of a few showers, especially for the North Island, is on the cards. This shake-up can be a good thing, stirring up the food chain and getting the fish excited. Water temperatures are pretty much at their peak for the year. This means the fish have a high metabolism and need to feed regularly. However, it can also push some fish into deeper, cooler water during the brightest part of the day, which is why those morning and evening bites are so critical. The moon phase is a huge factor this week, friends. We start on Monday with the last quarter moon. From there, we'll be in the waning crescent phase as we head towards the new moon the following week. In my experience, this period can be absolutely electric. The nights are getting darker, and I find that the predatory fish, in particular, use this time for some major feeding. In terms of overall activity, the fish are in a fantastic state. They've been feeding hard all summer. They're fat and healthy, and they are aggressive. The challenge this week won't be finding fish that want to eat, but adjusting your tactics to the changing daily conditions. So let's get into the nitty-gritty. Here is your day-by-day breakdown. Monday, the 9th of February. I'm calling this a good day for the bite. We're kicking off the week with that stable high pressure, and the last quarter moon is today. Winds should be light, making for pleasant conditions. The fish should be feeding confidently. The morning and evening sessions will be best. Tuesday, the 10th of February. This will be another good day. The barometer should still be high and stable. It's a perfect day to chase those kingfish around the headlands or stalk a spooky trout in a clear river. Make the most of this settled weather, friends. Wednesday, the 11th of February. I'm rating today as average to good. This is where we might see the first signs of that change. The pressure may begin to dip slightly and the wind could pick up a little. This change can often trigger a solid bite right before the weather turns, so be ready for it. Thursday, the 12th of February. Today is looking capricious. There's a higher chance of showers and a noticeable drop in atmospheric pressure. This will likely make the fishing a bit tougher. For saltwater, focus on fishing deeper structures. For trout, they might go off the surface bite, so be prepared to switch to a nymph. Friday, the 13th of February. The bite today will likely be average. The worst of the instability should have passed, and the barometer will start to steady. Fish are often a bit tentative after a shake-up, but they still need to eat. A slower, more subtle presentation will be your best bet. Saturday, the 14th of February. We are back to good. The weekend is looking up, the pressure should be stable or rising, and with the lead-up to the new moon continuing, this could be a fantastic day on the water. Used to be putting my money on a hot evening bite for snapper. Sunday, the 15th of February. And to finish the week, an excellent day. Conditions look prime. We've got stable weather and we are just a couple of days away from the new moon. This is the day to throw everything you've got at it. Go for that trophy kingy or spend the whole day on your favourite trout stream. I have a very good feeling about Sunday. And that's the forecast, my friends. It's a week of two halves, but with some real potential for amazing fishing if you pick your days. I wish you all the very best of luck out there. Get amongst them, and as always, tight lines. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And please, drop a comment below and let me know your plans for the week or how you got on last time. I love hearing your stories. Now get out there and catch a monster. Nothing but ni chwosta ni cheshui for you.